Hey guys, I'm Mason, and in this video I'm going over my Week 6 NFL game picks. I missed out on the Thursday night game, sorry about that. Um, just got busy. Anyway, then Sunday, the first game is the Jaguars versus the Bears. This game is in London. I'm super excited for this one. Chicago's looking better each week, in my opinion. Scored 36 points against the Panthers last week. That was a great game. Jaguars aren't that strong of a team this year, so as a Bears fan, I'm really excited for this. I really think it should be a win for Chicago. Final score 16-24. Next game, we have the Colts at the Titans. These are two teams that I haven't been following that closely. Last week, though, the Colts they almost won. They lost to the Jaguars, but they put up 34 points, so that was just the Colts defense not showing up. But I kind of like the Colts in this one. I mean, putting up 34 points is really impressive. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts in this one. Final score 26-20. The Browns at the Eagles. I'm sure I've said this before, but I thought both of these teams would be doing a lot better at this point in the season. However, I see the Eagles as the better team here. I feel like they just have more players, more better players, and they just have a better chance at winning this game. Also in Philadelphia, that'll help. So I'm going with the Eagles 16-27. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I'm excited for this one. The Saints, they just had those two games. Their first two games are the only two they won, but they played really good those games. I really hope they can get back to that early season form in this game because the Buccaneers have been playing pretty good. And the other thing is Tampa Bay has been able to put up quite a few points. So I'm hoping for a shootout in this one. I'm just not sure it'll happen, but I'm going with Tampa Bay 30-26. Next, we have the Texans at the Patriots. The Texans are playing really good again this season, as everyone expected them to. The Patriots, I think it was last week. Oh no, last week they lost to the Dolphins 15-10. But they had that one game where they didn't look that bad. But I still don't think they're going to beat the Texans. I'm going Houston 31-19. We have the Cardinals at the Packers. I'm excited for this one. The Cardinals are another team that have been looking better each week, in my opinion. And they have a fairly bright future if their players play well. Last week they beat the 49ers 24-23. It didn't look like they were going to win that one, but they ended up winning at the end of the game. And the Packers beat the Rams 24-19 last week. Packers are another team. They've been having a really good season. A lot better than expected, especially with Jordan Love going out. Although I believe he played last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of think he did. Anyway, I think the Packers will win this one. I just feel like they've been playing a little better this season. They've definitely been more consistent. I think if the Cardinals have one of their good games, they'll win this one fairly easily because it seems like when they play good, they can beat any team. But I just don't see that happening, so I'm going with Green Bay 23-27. This is the game I'm probably most excited for this week. The Commanders at the Ravens. These are two really fun teams to watch this year. The Ravens were struggling early in the season, but they seem to be getting it figured out. They're one of the teams going into this year that I thought they'd be 5-0 at this point in the season. The Commanders, I did not think would be playing this good. Jaden Daniels is playing super good this year. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year if he keeps playing this way, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, as much as I hate to say it, I'm going with Washington in this one. Final score 26-20. The Chargers at the Broncos. This, again, these are two teams that I haven't been following that closely this season. The Broncos played good last week, scored 34 against the Raiders, which, from what I remember, their offense has not been playing that great this season. And I don't know, that was pretty impressive, but I don't really think it'll happen again. I feel like the Chargers are a fairly solid team, despite their record, so I think Los Angeles will win this one, 24-19. The Steelers at the Raiders. The Steelers haven't been looking bad. I've honestly been impressed. So early season, they were only winning games because of their defense, it looked like. But more recently, their offense hasn't been playing that bad. Okay, last week they only scored 17 points, but other than that, their offense was starting to look better all the time. And I think if their offense can have a bounce back game, which I think is possible against a team like the Raiders, I think the Steelers can win this one. As long as the Steelers' offensive line can hold up against the Raiders' defensive line, the Steelers will win this one. So I'm going Pittsburgh 22-13. Then we have the Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers aren't playing that that good. They had that one good game under Andy Dalton, but that seems to happen a lot with backups in the league. Like I noticed it last year. The backup quarterback would have his first game would be really good, and then after that, just nothing. And the Falcons have been much more consistently better than the Panthers. Should be a win for Atlanta, 21-13. The Lions at the Cowboys. This is the other game that I'm probably most excited for, second most excited for this week. Both of these teams are playing pretty good. The Cowboys are always up and down. You know, like one week you'll think they're good, the next week you'll think they're like the worst team. Lions have been pretty good this season, a little more consistent, and from what I've noticed. And I think the Lions will end up winning this one, 31-27. I believe this is Sunday night. We have the Bengals at the Giants. I don't know. Both of these teams are really underperforming this year, it seems like. I mean, I guess from the Giants, I kind of expected it, but not from the Bengals. Not at all from the Bengals. Although Cincinnati did have a decent game last week, 38-41 against the Ravens, went into overtime. So that was showing some hope for the rest of their season, and I think they'll end up winning this game. If they can play like they did last week, they'll definitely win this one. So I'm going Cincinnati 23-20. Monday night, we have the Bills at the Jets. The Jets just aren't playing as good as I expected them to. They lost to the Vikings 17-23 last week, which isn't bad considering they played the Vikings. But I just feel like I thought they would be a lot better this year. The Bills, on the other hand, are playing about as expected. They barely lost last week to the Texans, 20-23. But I feel like I've seen the Bills play better than what I've noticed from the Jets this year. So I'm going Buffalo, 24-20. The two people that reacted from fan picks agree with me and are also going with the Bills in this one. If you guys want to be part of fan picks, join our Discord server. Basically all it is every week for the Monday and Thursday night games, I have you guys react with your predictions for who's going to win that game, and then you're featured in the video as shown. So yeah, if you want to be part of that, we would be very happy to have you. Click the link in the description to join our Discord server. And if you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.